what Prof is doing is in the area of remediation of our lands. How can we get our lands back from historical floods? How can we clean up the environment? How can we clean up our water? How can we clean up our lands for agriculture again? These are very advanced technologies that it is called to transfer here. It's going to be the kind of technology that will be based on transfer of technology, and then we have to gain from this. And of course, at the end of the day, we will be the winners also. So the basic areas are agriculture, the environment, and renewable energy. But I will talk to Prof. Just give us a little insight, because this is just the first meeting how we're going to go on this one. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner, your colleague, dear friends from the media. I am very pleased to be here today. I have been very concerned as an individual Delta citizen about the future of our children. The government of Delta State is focusing on Delta beyond oil. And part of the way that that can be achieved is if a major source of competition beyond human capital, which is the lands of Delta, if they are in a position to be that endowment that enables us to compete globally in several areas. But we know that there has been much pollution of our environment, first by oil spills every day, and just gas flaring. All of those are contributing to the degradation of our ability to compete in agriculture, which used to be a major strength of this state and should again be a major source of competitiveness for our state, the global economy. Last South-South Economic Summit in Asaba, Race Commission meeting, saw a number of international players invited. I was privileged to chair the first South-South Economic Summit, and we began a process of inviting global leaders in different areas that challenge the South-South to come. So to the summit in Asaba came a global group that's playing a leadership role in new technologies, both for pollution management and for remediation of polluted lands that can restore them to a position where agriculture can thrive, and therefore the ability of the state to compete in producing various both water-based farming, fish farming, and obviously the various cash crops that were the mainstay of Delta before oil became a factor in our economy. This group has had a meeting with leading officials of the government, including the governor and the deputy governor, and the governor has set up a working committee to develop going forward. What makes the strategy of the group particularly exciting is that they would like, first of all, to train Deltans to set up an institute, an academy, right here in Delta State, train Deltans in managing pollution, in cleaning up the environment, and then of course a facility for producing the kinds of inputs that go into this process of remediation and environment cleanup. So it is both investment in education, more or less, and environment cleanup, and obviously in manufacturing, because those inputs will be produced here, and would be exported even from Nigeria to be used in similar economies that are challenged by environmental pollution. As you look at North Africa, oil-producing countries are now multiplying like day in Africa. It's not now just going to be Angola, Ghana, and the likes, but a good part of East Africa are all becoming oil-producing, Uganda, even Kenya, and that whole belt. So it can become a major export base for Delta State into the global economy. And the meetings have been fruitful with the government, and the next stages for moving forward being organized, so to speak. Right, that works in several hundreds of countries around the world, very active in Japan, currently involved in cleanup following the nuclear accident in Japan, active in Vietnam, several countries that have had pollution problems. It's a private enterprise, but they are in partnership with some Nigerians to transfer technology into Nigeria and create these opportunities for growth. I think this is particularly also important as we're trying to clean up from the floods which have done a lot of damage to many communities in Delta State. There's a possibility that within a few months, if all the discussions go well, a campus will be set up somewhere in Delta State that will provide educational skills to people in this.